Emmanuel, God is with us. Hey everybody, fall's coming and it's a great gardening season for many of us, and I decided, since I'm all about that bean life, beans grow really, really well in Southern California, I have yet to conquer the peas, and I found out why. Beans, pole beans, once you get them started, will grow for you for months at a time. As long as you keep picking them, they'll keep harvesting. Now, peas, on the other hand, I am told you get 2 weeks to harvest them. So I was just waiting and blew my whole pea season. I didn't even know. So I'll just try again next year, you know. And bush beans, I'm aware, you know, you get 2 weeks of harvest. They just keep them piling on and piling on. You get tons of bush beans. So in this video, I wanted to discuss if you wanted to grow some pole beans for the fall season, in case, you know, frost doesn't come when you think it does, you could get a week or two or a month or two of additional harvest. The weather can sometimes be wonky, so I just want to discuss that with you. Of course, you know, you can always plant bush beans. They go to harvest in about 45 days. You get 2 weeks of harvest. But I think most of us still have enough time to go with the pole beans and get a month's worth of beans, and the plants get bigger and bigger, so you get more and more beans with each harvest, you know, until you get to your final harvest, which I highly recommend that for your final harvest, let it go to seed. Collect your seed. Do not buy bean seeds next year if you find a bean that you truly love. Okay? So, yeah. I started using my own homemade hooch fertilizer, and I want to show you the first result. Look at this tress of beans. I was picking, you know, 1 or 2 beans from a spot, but when I added some homemade fertilizer, look at this. There's a tress of beans. This looks just like what was on the package for this type of beans. So that just proves it will do it if it has the optimal conditions. The bean seems to be the one that noticed the fertilizer first. This is my Northeastern Beans, and in addition to a tress, if you look, you see there are flowers everywhere on this. So it's not only doing that tress one time, it's putting out several of them. Oh my goodness, it did it over here too. Yeah. Wow. That homemade fertilizer really upped my bean production. This is just 2 plants, and from these 2 plants now, I believe I'm going to be harvesting enough to feed myself, you know. And then of course I have other beans. We'll see. They're in the ground, so I don't know how they will respond. Let's check and see if my Blue Lakes responded to it. I don't know. I picked some full-size Blue Lakes off. Well, there's another full-size one. Got to take that one off. And it's harder to see the Blue Lakes. I don't know if you can notice that. So I often don't catch them until they are huge. You know, to me that's huge. You know, I'm not trying to get a full bean like that. I'm just trying to get a long bean when they first come on. But I guess that's it. But for production, if you're growing your beans for production and you are in a cooler climate, go with the Northeasterners. I have another bean that's giving me good production, but I think this Northeasterner bean. Oh, and if you want production in a container, I should have mentioned that. I'm growing that bean in a container. I only have 2 plants, 2 poles. Over here for the Blue Lake, I have, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 plants. And as you can see, I pulled 1 bean off of it. There might be more on there, but it's not the production is not like the production on the Northeastern. I'm finding more sneaky beans on this Blue Lake, so here's another one that I did not see. So, wow, that one's huge. They're getting away from me. So the smaller beans are tender, but because I'm growing in a pot and it has limited resources, I don't want to take anything before it's time. So I picked the big ones. Yeah. Okay, so here are my beans. This is the Northeasterner. This is the Blue Lake pole bean. And these are the Kentucky Wonders. If you wanted to grow one of these for fall, plant the Northeasterners. They're also called Kiwanis, but these produce in 2 months. And as you saw from my bush, they are very, very prolific. You will have beans for Thanksgiving, okay? I think they produce more beans than leaves. I eat bean leaves, and all of these are my Kentucky Wonder bean leaves. It seems like my Kiwanis put more of their energy into actually producing beans. So I thought I would let you know that in case it's something that you're interested in. Here are the Kiwanis I have growing in the ground. You can see the leaves on that are very stately and sparse, but it does give you a lot of fruit. Now I'm going to compare it to the Kentucky Homestead, because some of you may eat the leaves like me. They're delicious. They taste like beans. See the difference? It covers itself in leaves to shade its flowers and fruits. It's designed to grow in hotter weather, so it makes sense that it would create more leaf cover. I do eat those leaves, so you know, it's material to me, and I am picking leaves off of this all the time. When I eat my beans, I eat my leaves. I guess, did I show you my leaf harvest? I don't know. I'll try to make sure I show you the leaves I harvested off of this today. If you don't eat them, they will dry up, and you have to just throw them to the ground. I just found my Blue Lake beans secret stash. Y'all, this is another day. And I look down here. Now I know you don't hardly see them. Do you see them now? All this time, I've been talking about this plant ain't got no beans on it. And right here at the bottom, hidden in the booth, in the corner, in the dark, is a snatch of Blue Lake beans. So I'm gonna pick them. I told you this plant gets away from me. It's sneaky. This plant wants to just go to seed and be done with it. It's, you know, it's a bean plant that don't want to work too hard for it. Yeah. So there's our harvest. Well, the bees are all gone, but the parsnips are now providing a home for the ladybugs. So now we're on the Kentucky Wonder, and this one's even harder to see. Let me zoom out. I don't know if it's going to help or not. Maybe if I put my hand on it, because this one is used to growing in hot areas, so it covers its beans with leaves, provides its own cover. There's so many beans in there. I don't even know what to tell you. I'm trying to show you. See? Yeah, they're in there. Another sneaky bean. Like, you see these 2 beans here? You think that's the only 2, right? Well, no. There's another one that snuck up here that I'm trying to get to. If you look closely, you will see that there are 3 beans there. 2 here, but this sneaky bean here is up there too. Yeah, so Kentucky Wonders, because they grow a lot of leaves, which are great for me who like to eat bean leaves. This is what you see. You got to come in and pull apart and pray to God that you get them all. Alrighty, so here's today's bean harvest. These are my Northeasterners. This one got away from me. I didn't see that one, so you can see it's starting to plump up with seed. I like my beans flat and Romano style. These are my Blue Lake pole beans. Y'all know what happened with them. They hid on me. These 4 would have been picked a long time ago. And then these are my Kentucky Wonders. In addition, these are my Kentucky Wonder leaves. I have 3 or 4 turnip green leaves in there, and I'm gonna go pick some more of those now. Hey everybody, hang in there. We're still going with this thing. You can get it in. Yes, Jesus loves you, and I love you with all the Jesus in me. Be blessed, beautiful.